I'm slamming this week is snow tubing. Snow tubing, number one, is not made for men of my stature. I can't deal with this Man 21 game, man. It's so terrible.
Y'all act like football stops being played when y'all leave Mecklenburg County. We play football here in Cabarrus County too. And then even though it was raining, I was rolling around in the yard doing freaking grass angels out there.
Hallelujah!
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is make sure your wife, your girlfriends, your mistress, look, I'm back.
See, I got my hat on backwards. And it ain't because I'm a G either. It's because I'm angry. I'm going to tell y'all why I'm angry.
So I'm gonna have to slide. This is gonna be a large group of people. So I might have to like walk around with like a slime gun or a slime cannon, or maybe put some slime in like an old school super soaker.
Joe Hughes! Joe Hughes! Cowboy Joe! You know it's a big night if Cowboy Joe's here. My goodness.
Y'all always put me on blast first, man. Who am I slamming? Good question.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the third round of playoff edition of Football Focus Weekly. I'm the pet man, Matt Morrow. I'm very excited to have a lot of the crew here with me tonight. Last week we kind of played a little short-handed, and we still had a great time. But tonight, I feel like it's going to be energetic. It's going to be a fun time, and we're really going to get into what's been going on in the second round of playoffs starting out. And then we'll preview third round games. We're going to predict all the games we talk about tonight. The crew didn't know that, but that's what we're going to do. And then I'll talk a little bit about the Queen City Senior Bowl. I will not forget this week. It's been a crazy time. I've been very busy with a lot of different things around that. And we'll finally finish up with slime time. That everyone knows and loves. We got one comment in the box already. Chat administrator, what's up, man? See, I love now how he addresses everybody, because after 18 times of being berated by the professor, he finally addresses everybody and not just me. So I'm doing good. Kyle. Let's see how everybody else is doing. That's who's here with us so far.
If I don't make some teams' video highlights off of my predictions tonight, I'm gonna be pissed.
Is that the goal?
That's absolutely the goal.
We were going viral before anyone else was going viral, so we've kind of softened our stance over the past few weeks and months, and now other people are going viral, and we don't take kindly to that kind of stuff around here.
That's
so
right. That's right. God, we're the only show that goes viral.
Anyways, Big Shelby, congratulations on your win, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man. Professor, after we talk to you, how you doing?
I'm well, pal. Hope you guys are. Good to see you guys again this week. Missed you.
Absolutely. We gave you a little slime for not being here, but that's okay.
It was deserved. I had to do some family. Take care of the family last Wednesday.
That's all good, man. Queen, welcome back, and happy birthday, belated.
Chapter 36 without the mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. Happy belated to myself.
That's right. That's right.
Had to be a great.
And the Panthers won.
I about to say,
and the Hornets won. There's a lot going on. Got Cam back, Feeling good. Huh?
Awesome.
The Luke jersey looking good.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, got her hair done and everything. Can't do nothing with the queen.
And there's Joe wishing a
Thank you,
happy
sir.
belated birthday. Oh, and you got others. There's Kyle. And then there's Miss Moten. All right. A lot of love here. Isn't that? That's what
Birthday
it's
was
all
in-
about.
Morning,
Was it
Queen
August?
Love.
What was that, Professor?
My birthday was in August.
Well, happy belated to you, sir.
You as well, sir.
Producer, how are you, sir?
Not bad. Glad to be here. Enjoying these here playoffs.
Yes, we are. Well, so let's go ahead and get into what happened last week in the playoffs. And we're going to get the bracket on the screen and let's get everybody's thoughts on what happened. We'll start in 4A. And remember, tonight's goal, let's go viral. All right.
Okay.
Now,
Remember you said that.
we can do it without even trying. You know, I think sometimes people try hard. And,
Lots of ways to go viral. But let's
yeah.
go. Continue.
All right. Well, there we go. All right. Huff was big over South Meck 42-7, while Mallard Creek continues their run over Asheville 13-12. What do you guys' thoughts on that one? On those games, I should say.
I know from what I heard about the Mallard Creek Asheville game, I think Mallard Creek got lucky because they said Asheville quarterback went out after they was up 12-0. He got hurt again. So, like I said, I told you, Asheville is a good team as long as that quarterback is healthy and playing, man. So, I feel like Mallard Creek had to play their best game ever to get past Huff. So.
Best game ever. You mean for this team or in their history?
Maybe both.
This team. The past teams would be the number 1 seed.
Fair enough. I would agree with that. All right. Any other thoughts on these games up at the top?
I definitely thought that Huff and South Meck would be a lot closer. Definitely shout out to Huff because I feel like I have an idea of what their defense is capable of. But I definitely, wanted South Meck to do more and thought they would do more. So, but it is what it is. These are the playoffs, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got to credit Huff's defense, only giving up 10 points in the playoffs so far. And, we'll talk about the Huff-Mallard Creek matchup in a little bit. But, of course, this is a matchup that has happened earlier this season. So there's a lot of familiarity on both sides. Going down to the bottom side of this 4A bracket, Glenn, 54, Myers Park 53 in a game that was insane. And East Forsyth shutting out RGKL 17-0. What do you think about those games, guys?
I'm really shocked with some of the offensive performances RGKL had. I was surprised to see them, get shut out. But, still a great run, great season on their part. Especially, they scored 62 the week before. But, still a great season on their end. And, let's give credit where it's due to East Forsyth for a good defensive performance too, though.
Absolutely, man. Oh, we got someone else in the. Oh, I got to bring him in. He's in the studio. Yo!
What's up?
Glad to have you, man.
I'm glad to be here. A little older, a little wiser.
Probably a little bit more humble too after this weekend.
Why? Let's go. Football game?
Hey, Bill, you know what's coming, man. You got to be able to take it, man.
Oh, I can take it, but I say I'm supposed to be humble over a football game. We 7-3. It's all right. Oh, you talking about Miami, Florida State? Oh man, I'm glad Florida State beat because Manny Diaz got to go. I'm tired of him.
Well, we'll review that assessment.
Nah,
in
we
the
don't need to
slide.
review that because if we review that, we need to review North Carolina football too. If we don't talk bad about my Hurricanes. I got and LSU Tiger. I got some stuff to talk about too. You want to talk about my Canes?
All right, well, we'll talk about it a little later. Right now, we talking about Glenn Myers Park and East Forsyth RGKL. Remember, bullet points. Right now, the bracket is the bullet point. So let's.
Oh, my eyes bad. I didn't go get to my eye point. My bad.
Oh, no, that's.
I know I can say just from looking at the scores, man. I feel like there wasn't no defense played in that Glenn Myers Park game. It like it was some defense played in that East Forsyth.
It was not.
Audrey Carroll. I had also heard that Glenn was down were they down like 14 or 20 points?
They were down 20 points, and I think in the second half, actually, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And
from what I've been hearing and what I've been reading, that's gonna be a big game. That Glenn versus East Forsyth. It's supposed to be a big game.
I have a very reliable source that told me that game is already sold out.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard. It's already sold out.
It's Wednesday. What's that?
How far is Glenn from East Forsyth? How far are they away?
They're in the same town in Kernersville. Yeah, so they're
They're in the upper apartments. They're up there in the apartments.
All right. We'll talk a little bit about that game later on. Let's see here. So down on the other side in 4A, Weddington over Marvin Ridge in the rematch, 41-31, and then Cuthbertson continuing their incredible run to playoffs, 31-14 over Lake Norman.
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to Coach Cab, man. Fellow November 12th, baby. Hey, you're a good man. After I find that out.
That's what it took.
Greatness was born on November 12th. Greatness.
Okay. I think for Weddington, it's very impressive. You know, and their offense is really clicking at the right time. Putting up 41 points in a rematch game against a rival, where they only scored 23 the first time around. They're really rolling into really, really strong shape.
That's gonna be that's gonna be a good game.
Queen, you were at Weddington Marvin Ridge, right?
I was. And like you said, you know, impressive for them that they scored that many points. It seemed at first, though, that I'll just say this. Marvin Ridge, they definitely played them tough. 16 had a lot going. He got number 1 going. 22 got going, all on Weddington's side. So, a lot of moving parts for them. But Marvin Ridge definitely gave them a tough time. And 5 for Marvin Ridge, the quarterback. You know, he's fearless. He played fearless. I think he even scored a rushing touchdown in the fourth quarter. Big shout out to both teams, but definitely congratulations to Weddington.
Big kudos to Marvin Ridge, my boy, Coach Leggett over there. He did great. That was a great job they did with that old line over there this year. That was a real good team this year. Enjoyed watching them play.
Absolutely, well said. And then Cuthbertson getting together at the right time. They're finally, getting their guys healthy and in the right spot. I talked a little bit with Coach Kavanaugh, and basically he was saying the same thing, that everything's starting to come together at the right time. The guys are really playing well. They're really in sync with each other, and he feels like they got a chance, against Weddington. I know the seeds say it's a Weddington blowout, but we've seen Cuthbertson play
playoff football right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So nobody can be discounted at this point. And then on the bottom side here, Chambers over Hickory Ridge, 42-21 in the game me and the producer attended. And then the one that really shocked a lot of people, Porter Ridge over Grimsley, 41-27. Why do you say not really?
Porter Ridge always give Grimsley a hard time. Let's stop. Porter Ridge always give Grimsley a tough game. So, like I said, like everybody been saying, I think Coach Capone said, you got to start getting Union County teams their props. And Porter Ridge is tough. Porter Ridge is a tough football team. It's a blue-collar team. You got to come play. That triple option, baby. You can't do simple stuff against that. So, hey, you watch the tape. You see why they got beat. It was a good game. As I always say, it was a good game. Grimsley ought to hold their head out. That's just tough. Hey, that built for playoffs right there. They're made for the playoffs.
I agree. I mean, you talk about Mike Hurt's coach football teams, strong defense, efficient ball control offense. And I think this team, has some big playability on the offensive side. I mean, some of those highlights, they were their first touchdown, actually. They were throwing the ball down the seam. And I think Danny Kennedy had a pretty good game for those guys. And, I saw Big Will Hart. Big lineman had 8 pancakes, legit pancakes.
Wow.
I mean, he's a beast, man. That's why we took him in the Queen City Senior Bowl.
You don't got to explain yourself for taking your place in your bowl game.
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about that later on.
And you should, because this is your show and you need to talk them up. You did an outstanding job selecting that team, too, man. I don't think you hear that a lot.
I haven't heard that at all, actually.
Hey, Pep, what you should start doing when people say, when them people just come and say, hey, you sleep on this and sleep on that, them coaches, you need to tell them to come look at that sheet and they come pick their players. It's tough. It's always easy to criticize when you sit on the other side. But kudos to y'all, y'all. Y'all doing a great thing with the city.
I appreciate that, man. I'll talk more about that later on. Producer Chambers and Hickory Ridge. What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, Hickory Ridge came out a lot of energy. Obviously we all know they're a great team. They struck first. Long run. Went up 7-0, but then Chambers, just kind of the Chambers team we've all known the past few years, just kind of showed up. And Chambers so far this season, they've had some instances where they gotten off to a somewhat slow start offensively, but then the beast sort of woke up and they kind of ran with it. That talent they have, the athleticism just kind of came to the front, and they pulled away in the second half. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 21-14 at the half, so pretty close game.
No, 14 up, one.
Yeah, 14,
it was tied.
14-14 at the half, so close game at the half, but then Chambers just kind of
Chambers came out there in that Wildcat. That's what it was.
So, but that's what Chambers is known for, strong runs in the playoffs. So we didn't really shock anyone, but they just ran away in the second half.
I think it was just like the only thing I would say about it, regardless of that score, that was a tough game. Like, you watched it. Like, I don't watch it, watch the film like 3 times. Hickory Ridge, man, they all pat themselves on the back, man. Because I tell you one thing, they ain't scared of them boys. And I know, people look at it like, wow, Chambers have ran up. It just, Chambers got a little bit more dogs on the other side, but it was a good game. It was a really good game. And, shout out to Hickory Ridge. I like Hickory Ridge quarterback. He did a great job working, but James Pierce and that D-line was getting in that backfield in that second. That second half, that's what happened. It happens. Bend don't break, and the water started flowing.
That's an excellent point, because that's what we talked about in that first game was Bentley being able to break and get out and scramble, and that was not the case.
I think that was the biggest thing I watched. The biggest difference, it was more contained. They contained the quarterback a lot better. They respect the quarterback a lot better. Not saying that I had insight. It's just watching it. It looked like they respect that quarterback a lot more, because them DMs they were crashing down. They was sitting, and he ain't had no way to get out that pocket. But he made an incredible throw to I think with that to save to McLaughlin, the McLaughlin kid for that touchdown.
Yeah,
that was impressive. College recruits, y'all need to go look at that kid. That kid is tough. And he getting the right offense. He can make some noise, but he got my respect. But that's all it was.
Well said, man. All right, so we got a bunch of comments here. Good gracious. Tony Stone, how old is the Queen? Tony. Tony. Wow. Interesting.
I don't mind answering that question. I'm 36.
She looked forward to answering that one.
All right, well, Tony, if you shoot me a message, I'll send you some DM information, and y'all work that out. All right. So y'all be picking on me. I'm gonna start throwing it back, man. I'm gonna start throwing it back.
Profile.
Thanks, producer. I appreciate that. On East Forsyth, the AK, East Forsyth is averaging 49 points a game. AK offense just never got it going. Their defense played very well. Yep. East Forsyth's defense has not given up a point in the playoffs so far.
That's what AK offense coordinator said. That was the biggest turning point right there. That defense was played out of its mind.
Yeah.
I talked to him Saturday. He said, I told him to keep his head up. I said, because that was just impressive. Like, you watch that film, Jesus. They got some dudes over there, boy.
Yeah, they do, man. Justin talked to one of them, the linebacker, number 5.
Of course, Justin talked to one during kid, boy. He was texting all about him. I'm just glad he ain't doing no more halftime interviews. No more. Like he Lisa Salters or somebody.
Lisa Salters.
That what the hair look like. No, what's my girl with the? Is that my girl with the messed up wig? Pam Oliver.
Pam Oliver.
That's who the judge is. Pam Oliver.
I'm mad how y'all know that. God almighty.
I love when she had Soldier Phil and that wind be blowing and her wig be
What
flapping
in
like
the
this.
world?
That's some good TV right there. That's some good television.
You see, so this is what we've been missing, guys. He's back.
I brought the energy. Y'all thought I was bringing negativity. Brought the energy. That Pam
I
Oliver.
didn't.
You know how with the wind blows? Boy, that thing be funny. Boy, that's a delight in my life right there, boy. Old Pam Oliver. And she wear too much makeup. Let's keep going. She wear too much makeup. She do too much.
Oh man! All
She
right,
like one of the picture of my daughter colors.
in 3A review, Joe, I'm not posting.
Hey, you are correct though. Hey,
Oh man!
it's a nice pot. That is, you right.
South Point over Pisgah, 27-24, a 16 beating a 1. In previous playoffs, this would be a big deal, but of course, in the new playoff system, it's not as big of a deal.
Not against South Point. Not South Point.
And then
South Point has the perfect offense for a playoff run.
And that's what I've been telling him. I was saying Pep about it the whole time, man. Nobody, the colder it gets, nobody wants to play South Point, man. I'm telling you. I just pray for Forest View being on the road against South Point at South Point.
why?
Let's just say it's very hard to go into South Point and win against South Point because it's more so like 15 on 11.
Boy, I tell you, boy. We had a post-show meeting, pre-show meeting, and I said, "Well, this is the problem. This is why we can't get sponsored.
It is very tough.
We can't get sponsored. Hey, the referees doing great job at South Point. You know, sometimes things happen. Let's go. Come on, next question. Good, great.
It's very tough.
Stay on the bullets. Jesus. God, dog. We ain't gonna be able to go to South Point because of statements like that. We try and get large, and you just keep bringing us down, man.
They won't like us over there anyway.
We might have to cancel you, man.
They don't like us over there anyway.
And then Forest View over Parkwood, 20-17, as another 25 seed continues a great run in the playoffs. We see Mallard Creek doing it in 4A, and we see Forest View doing the same thing in 3A.
Great job.
Karen adding in 3A, 25 seed Forest View led 9 seed Parkwood all the way, pulling for the underdog all the way. Well, when we talk about that South Point Forest View matchup, I don't know if they're an underdog here. You look back to that first matchup, yeah. I mean, that's pretty dang on even. You go into overtime, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Joe Hughes
can't be a part of that talk.
Pisgah has lost twice in recent years as a number 1. That's tough for Pisgah, man. I mean, it's tough to lose as a 1 seed. It really is.
You gotta keep your head up there, though. Losing South Point. South Point's a well-oiled machine. Like, I get it, but you know.
No, Tommy. Y'all ain't gonna claim that. No.
They're not underdog. South Point is not an underdog. South Point knew when they came to that stadium, they were not the underdog. They know it's the playoff. Nobody want to play that team in the playoff. Nobody.
So that'll be an interesting matchup we talk about here in just a little bit. And then scrolling down, we got North Davidson over Hickory. Our buddy Coach Glass gave it a good run, just falling a little short, 31-28. And then Crest keeps it rolling, 28-15 over West Rowan, setting up a North Davidson and Crest matchup at Crest. That's going to be a pretty good football game, I believe.
Yeah, I played North Davidson back in the day, boy.
I mean,
That's a scary place to play. I'll tell you that, boy.
All that black and orange up there. Oh yeah.
It was some more black and orange I don't want to talk about, but I respect the North Davidson.
I don't even want to know what that's about.
I'll tell you that though. When West Shaw went up there that time, boy, I got a little nervous when I got that bus. I said, "Well."
North Davidson won that game in the final seconds on a late touchdown. Dang good game to go back and watch.
Well, you can tell he from South Carolina sometime with them statements. Dang good game. Boy.
So Jermaine Brand, all right, give the Statesville Greyhounds some love. Well, I'm getting there, Jermaine. They're on the bottom side of this thing, so we getting down to Statesville. Statesville is always a team that is always,
they don't got it going a little bit.
Yeah. So Dudley, big, good gracious, over Ledford.
Dudley's on a rampage right now.
And then we got the Talking Preps Bowl won by Kings Mountain.
You a terrible.
So we got Dudley and Kings Mountain going up against each other in the next round. Yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts about those games?
First thing, you cannot be Petty Flock of Flame on here, man.
What are you talking about?
Can't be Petty Flock of Flame.
What are you talking about?
That was a great game.
It was a great
Flock
game.
Of Flame. Lord Jesus.
No.
See, that's why people saying that us and Shaw don't get along because of statements like that.
I don't coach. All I said was Talking Preps put a lot of juice into that game. That's all I'm saying.
Petty Flock of Flame, boy. It was Petty
No.
Now you Petty Flock of Flame.
No. All I'm stating is facts. We all know what that was about.
Sure do.
And then Kings Mountain went out there and used that as motivation, and they went out there and won the football game.
Do you see what it? Oh my! Don't put that statement up there.
Yeah. Comments are getting juicy over there. Good Lord.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Just keep it strong, man.
Now I can't say whatever I want now. I got some standards, but this is the community show. This is why we have all the comments and everything. We don't, there's not just one person on this thing.
Oh my goodness. Petty Flock of Flame strikes again.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, we'll talk about Dudley Kings Mountain in a little bit. Mark Wayne Petty is really showing his Kings Mountain love in the comments. I hope I said your name right. I appreciate you watching.
You probably murdered that.
Probably.
Petty, right?
Down on the backside here in the next bracket, High Brighton over Concord. Great season for Concord.
Yeah,
Coach Marty.
Good job. Yeah,
yes.
Good job, Marty.
Coach Paxton won Coach of the Year, deservedly so.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
Oh, congrats, Marty.
Yep.
That's big right there.
And
look at your old school doing good, man. That make you feel good. Old Spider. Got the spider crawling up your back right now. You feel good, don't you?
Yeah, High Brighton knocked Concord out of the playoffs in 2009 as well.
So you got some beef with them.
You know I do. Big number 99. His last name was Washington. Man, he beat the dog out of us.
I'll tell you,
very good on film, but he was good in person.
Hey, I'll tell y'all all the time, man. Kenneth McClendon is the pettiest person on the show. He remembers every L. He remembers every loss.
See how quiet I've been.
He's up there. Y'all thought it was me. It's Kenneth McClendon. That's why he over there being quiet. But when you say hi, Brian, I saw him. His skin turned red. It went boiling red. Kenneth, it's over. You gotta let it go, man. It's done.
True.
And playing High Brighton is like playing South Point, man. That triple option they running, I believe they still running, man. It's tough to play in playoffs as it's getting colder.
Yeah, and I heard that game started 7:30 and ended at 8:15 too. It was one of the fastest games ever in history.
Wow.
Good.
And then Statesville all over East Lincoln 42-3. I thought that game might be a little closer, but that's an impressive win for Statesville. Another team really doing well in the playoffs so far, only giving up 3 points. So we got a clash coming up of two different styles in Statesville and High Brighton that we'll talk about here in just a little bit. So I hope
Greyhound. One of my best friends went to Statesville. Let's go Greyhound. I want to see them do good, man. I'm cheering for them.
That's right. All right. So let's jump to 2A, and then we'll get into start previewing.
Oh, do we really gotta go? Oh my, yeah, he got a little shirt on and his hat.
Don't hate, man. I ain't saying nothing about. Hey, don't hate.
I ain't hate. I say you got your shirt. I say you got your shirt and your hat on.
He's gonna do it either way. It don't matter.
Who?
The Golden Lines are still playing.
Huh? Look, there we go. Here we go. I was waiting for something. It was gonna be a Lion joke, a Ram joke, a Hurricane joke. I don't got all three of them now. Let's go. What's that? The Wildcats? Come on, I'm all in.
Nah, we ain't going there, man. We're not gonna allow that on this show.
No, I love it. No, this is family, y'all. It's a little junk talk. Shaq, who y'all beat? Tell me about the game. I want to hear about it. 42-20. Don't tell me about it.
We beat Polk County, man. We had a good game plan. The kids played good. Got to see some younger guys play, man. It was just
man. Oh, whoa. You didn't have to say that. Kill him.
Split it in right there.
He didn't have to say that.
He was doing great.
He didn't have to say kill him. He didn't have to say that.
No. We asked him to do, and then our young kids got a lot of experience.
Kill him. He didn't have to say that. He did not have to say that.
You're taking out of context. We let some of our older guys had some injuries, so we played our younger guys.
Remember 2 weeks ago, there were some guys who weren't going to have to dress out. They were going to hold them out.
Oh, so he was the same guy. He held them out again.
But you arrested people. You gave people the night off.
God, no, East gassed him. Come on, East gassed him. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something.
But I did tell Pep. I told Pep that we will see East Gaston again. East Gaston is a very good coach football team. A very good team.
Whoa!
They are a very good football team, and I told people to not be surprised if we see East Gaston again in the third round. Man, it's gonna be a good game. They have a good running back.
Look at you
getting his credit because he made the Queen City Senior Bowl, and I can't wait to see him run all over in the Queen City Senior Bowl to put some respect on his name. And it's gonna be a good night, man. We got word that those guys the fans gonna come over tailgating. The fans are real excited for this team, man. Good people, good community, man. Should be a fun night.
Boy, I tell you what, Adam Weber, you don't grew up. See, you gotta call you. Boy, I'm proud. I'm like a proud father right now. Boy, good job. Boy, that was a good one.
They don't want to come to the jungle though.
Kim, don't let him go there, Kim. Let him stay. He's good. He's doing good. His coach don't get him.
I will say, if any college coaches are watching, if you need to find a running back that's under the radar, Justin Hill from East Gaston.
Hey, now, hold up. You were doing good until you start looking down at the name.
He is the truth. Trust me when y'all tell you this. He is the truth.
What's the stats? I know you got the stats. Go on, tell me the stats. You got.
All I know is he's 200 yards away from 2,000. So.
Ooh.
That's a lot of yards.
How many he get against y'all? I heard a rumor. How many he get against y'all? Let's clarify. I did hear a rumor. Is it true?
No, we ain't going there. No, William, don't say that. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I will say, even though we beat them, he had like 240 on the ground and 2 touchdowns.
Against the goal lines?
Thank you, Joe.
He's not 12 from Pep. He has 1,800, and he has 1,800.
Joe says 12. He got 12 yards from him, so I believe Joe.
Unless Max Pepper's wrong, you know how Max Pepper does.
It's 12.
Oh yeah, you can. Hey, Kim, tell me we don't do Max Pepper.
He is a good running back.
Hey, Max Pepper had 4,000-yard receivers. God, we playing this young Megatron out there. Have 4,000-yard receiver. Hey, look. Hey, I saw Max Pepper one time have 4,000-yard receiving, and guess how many yards the quarterback threw for?
600.
2,000. You heard me?
Anyways,
2000. Ooh.
East Gaston has averaged 49 points in their 2 playoff wins. They really got it going. Big win over Forest Hills at home. Really, really happy for that East Gaston program and Coach Postel doing a great job with those guys. So, by the way,
Good job, Webb. That was a real good job.
the Shelby East Gaston game will be Pep Man and Producer's game this week.
What?
What?
So we are going to Big Shelby.
Oh man, we gotta put on a show.
Say
Oh
less.
man, we gotta put on a show for Pep.
Well, he was like a kid that got that secret toy he been looking for in the cereal box.
Let me tell you, this is the secret. You show up and you just say, Coach Webb said he's got me. And you'll just walk right in. They'll give you whatever you want. Now, if you gotta do a number 2, the visitor's bathroom is not the place to do it. They ain't got the door on the bathroom stall. You gotta go to the home side. Now, just remember that.
Thanks for the tip, man.
Hey, look,
Just FYI.
Caleb, hey, only on CF5 you get the bathroom update. If I play to which bathroom you. This is why we're classy.
Back up Kenneth's point. I can probably count on my hands how many times I've been to our wayside in my life. I will say that. This probably was more when I was under the age of 10 years old.
We're literally talking about play by play of our janitorial uses, like where we go use the facilities at. This is class.
Scouting reports that you will only get.
It depends on how fast you have to go.
That is true.
This is comprehensive coverage.
So what kind of stuff can we see in the facilities on the home side? Do y'all got the pristine Perline seats, or with the cushion, or is it cold?
Gold. They gold.
It's gold.
Chrome seats.
It's a copper chrome.
100K.
Lion heads on the back of them.
Like something that would be like at a mansion.
They got lion heads on the back of it. When you flush the toilet, steam come out, smoke come out the nose.
That's championship toilets right there. That's how you know you got a lot of championships, man.
I already know, boy. Well, I'm at the wrong spot, boy. I tell you, boy, big ship. Okay.
Hendersonville over Burns 38-13. And Reedsville big over Chase. 2 blowouts. So Hendersonville and Reedsville get together in a showdown this week. Should be a pretty good football game between those two.
Well, being that one you said Reedsville, watch them, right?
Reedsville is a very good coach football team, man. They call themselves Title Town, so they feel like they are. They have a lot of rich tradition down there at Reedsville. We always compete with them guys going way back. Hendersonville is a good team. They beat us last year. They have a good offensive scheme, good offensive coordinator, good head coach. They well coached too. It's tough. They beat a good Burns team. I heard that a lot of things that went on in that Burns game, but Joe warned us last year. A lot of crazy things happened on the mountain, but nonetheless, man, that's gonna be. I feel like that's a big game. That's a big game right there. Reedsville, Hendersonville.
So that's the game you saving to listen to Pooh Shiesty that game. That's the Pooh Shiesty game right there. When y'all play them, when you won them.
Man, Reedsville is a lot similar to us. They're not us, but they're a lot similar.
Ooh.
They're a lot similar to us, man. It's a good football game right there. This is a good football game right here too. Maiden, Salisbury, great football teams. Two great coach teams, man. Maiden, I think it's the farthest they've been in a little while. They have a great community support as well.
They got rich history.
Salisbury has a rich tradition in playing football too. They won a state championship last year and played in the state championship in 2019. The year before that, they have a great defense
and just putting up 49 a game like cake.
They have a great defense. Like they haven't been scored. Well, they gave up 6, but they have a great defense, man. They have a great linebacker, Jalen Walker.
Is that the one? Is Salisbury the ones who won last year? Well,
yeah, Salisbury won last year. And then
they're a real physical team, man. I like them.
Yeah, they lost to us in 19, then they won it in the COVID year.
Yeah, I like them.
They're looking to repeat. Salisbury linebacker, Jalen Walker is going to Georgia, man. He's a dog.
Yeah, the big boy.
They have a great team. I feel like that's going to be a slugfest. And that Hendersonville-Reedsville game gonna be a slugfest, man.
Curtis Walker's son.
Yeah, his dad is the head coach at Catawba College. Yeah, Chris Culliver is a good receiver from Maiden, tall guy, can make any catch, run any route.
Yeah, I don't heard a lot about that kid, that linebacker from
He got a lot of
Salisbury.
interest from like Coastal, App State schools like that. So this will be a good game,
The
man.
Culliver tick, yeah, I heard about him too.
I'm anxious to see how Salisbury will be able to cover him, and like Joe said, can mate and match the physicality of Salisbury.
Excellent.
Oh, that's gonna be a
Rolling.
good game right there too.
Can we keep
Yeah.
going?
Well,
Yeah.
we got the next one down here,
Hey,
Monroe over Robinson, and then
Monroe
yeah.
East Area, man, that'd be a great football team. East Area was a 1AA powerhouse. They do a lot of things offensively. They can give teams fits. They have a great coach, great staff. Monroe is a very good coach football team. I will say they do feel like their players are the best around. So that's gonna be a good game if Monroe
Supposed to feel like that.
Yeah, rightfully so. It'll be a good game to see if Monroe can lock in and compete with East Area and not see if they can be able to slow them down and not get complacent or anything like that, or not get too big headed and just feel like they're the best ever with East Area. Because East Area, from what I've seen, they do a lot of stuff offensively that can give you fits too. So you have to be.
They're air raid, aren't they?
You can't let East Area get up big because it's going to be tough. You can't get it more than 2 possessions because that's going to be a tough team to come back on.
Hey, please post what Joe just said. Is this true?
Hey, it's
Where?
so crazy. Hey,
Well, is this
so
hold up?
crazy
Yes or
because-
no? Is
Hey,
that
Bill,
true?
Bill, I'm gonna tell you, it's so crazy.
Is that true? Yes or no?
I seen Joe last night, and he did not have this energy he has on this show.
But I'm just asking you. Well, is that statement true?
What?
What he just said.
Yeah, it's some Bojangles upstairs.
Okay, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
You're wrong.
Thank you. That's all I want to confirmation. That's all I want to know.
So that Monroe East Surrey game, that's if you like offensive football,
That might
that
be a
is
good
going to
one.
be that's the game you
Where
want to watch.
who's hosting that? Is that East Surrey?
It's that East Area, man.
Ooh,
Yep.
that'll be a good game right there.
Yeah,
East Surrey got turf too, don't they got turf?
I think
They
their
got
head
grass?
coach, what's his name? Trent Loman. I think that's how you
Yes, he does a great job. Shout out to him. He does a great job.
Coach
Yep.
Trent does a great job of getting those guys fired up, and their quarterback is real good. I think his name is it his brother's name was the quarterback last year, Jefferson Boaz?
Yeah, that was the guy last year.
Yeah, the one his little
The
brother.
one at Carolina.
His brother now is Folger Boaz. He's doing a great job, man.
He a big boy too. He's tall like brother because brother like 6'6", one.
I've never seen him in person. I'm only seen
Huh?
him.
He picked up a Florida Gator offer last week, but he's committed to play big time ACC
Ooh,
baseball. The
brother?
the little brother,
he a baseball guy too, isn't he? Pitcher.
committed.
Where he going? Florida?
No, I think he's committed. I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna mess it up. But he picked up a Florida Gator for football last week.
Florida Gators need every help. That's another conversation.
Yeah, we can have a whole
Oh, yeah.
show on college football.
Folger
Now
is-
we don't skip that because I got something to say. You see, I haven't seen the flag this year.
Folger committed to UNC for baseball.
UNC.
His two
Well, they
tweets
love
are-
UNC, don't
He
they?
has 2 tweets. One tweet is he thanks for the opportunity to further my baseball career at Chapel Hill. Then the next one is I am honored to receive a scholarship from the University of Florida.
You know what? He is professional. I wish wherever he teach you how to tweet, man. That's professionalism. Good job, young man. 2 tweets.
All right, so third round previews, Huff at Mallard Creek. This game has happened before earlier this season where Huff won in a convincing fashion. Going into this game, you see the trend with the Huff defense, pretty much shutting down the teams that they've been facing. They faced the big offensive line last week in South Mex, shut down the running game. And then offensively, they've been efficient in both of their games so far against South Mex and Page. I think the biggest question right here is, can Mallard Creek put up enough points, to make this a game that's getting deeper into the second half to cause Huff to sweat a little bit? Because right now, they just been on cruise control. I mean, to be honest with you. Can the Mallard Creek defense slow those guys down enough to, hold that score down and allow their offense to work and, get a couple in the box and make things interesting? Mallard Creek's key so far in their victories obviously has been their defense, only giving up 8 to Butler and then 12 last week to Asheville. So, a couple questions. Can the Mallard Creek offense score enough, and can the Mallard Creek defense hold Huff down enough to make this a close game?
I like Creek's D line. Like that big boy they got, that big nose tackle they got. People don't give him enough credit. That big boy, hey, he is a game changer. But I think it's gonna be a good. Like I said, Creek clicking right now, and like everybody, when you want to be clicking around the right time, so hey, it's the right time to be clicking. And like you said, I think your points are on point. Like Huff D is tough. Huff defense, they playing with a lot of attitude because people thought they was gonna be dead because Big Kurt was not there. So it's gonna be a good game. Not unpredictable. I don't want to have no subs at me, so I'm gonna be good.
I think we're not predicting yet, but I feel like I know Huff will come in motivated, man. I feel like they said, Huff defense is very fast. They focus.
Yeah, he ain't lying, but that defense.
Huff has their eyes set on a certain matchup, and I feel like both teams, everybody know what game we talking.
They
about.
on a mission. Everybody's on. Huff is on a mission.
I feel like they're on a mission.
What you talking about?
They're on a mission to see another team again, man. And I just feel like that's the matchup we're gonna get.
But I don't think Chachi don't let them overlook this game. Yeah, that's one thing.
You're
right. You're right saying what you're saying with, but I think he want to destroy whoever he plays. That's how he is. That's his mentality.
Whoever's up next, that's who he wants to destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if this was a matchup against somebody maybe out of the area, maybe you think about, a little bit of lack of focus, maybe a slow start or something like that. But the history between Huff and Mallard Creek, this is just going to be another part of that history. And a lot of people didn't expect it, obviously, in the third round. But, throughout this history, Mallard Creek has dominated the series.
And you got to remember, Mallard Creek has knocked them out of the playoffs several times.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can guarantee you a Matt Jenkins locker room is not allowed to say Chambers since they played. He is not allowing them to talk about Chambers or their school or their mascot or their players. That is off limits. They are 100% focused on Mallard Creek because this is what he's telling his guys this week. Mallard Creek thinks that they're on the upswing. Mallard Creek thinks that they're going to return to prominence. Mallard Creek thinks that they're going to beat us like they did 3 years ago in the third round. He is on a mission to destroy it. I can tell you this. I'm not saying they will, but if Huff has the opportunity to beat Mallard Creek by 35, they're going to try to beat them by 42. They want to prove that Mallard Creek is not on the upswing, that Mallard Creek is done and over with. And so Matt Jenkins, Chachi, they're going to have those guys ready. That being said, I think Mallard Creek's defense is extremely fast. They're extremely physical. Their defensive front, their linebacker play was very good. I loved watching their cornerbacks get after Butler's offense, the wide receivers 2 weeks ago. I just don't think that Mallard Creek's offense is going to be able to score enough points to keep it close.
But I agree with everything you said, Ken. But like you said, I don't think Huff don't overlook Creek because they got too much respect for Creek. And when you respect your opponent, you don't go out there and you don't try to dominate your opponent. That's what people got to understand about the brand of football being played in Charlotte. Like, we're not like everybody. We ain't don't come on there and just talk all night. We don't try to dominate you. And then we don't shake your hand after the game. That's how it is. That's football. But I don't think Huff is going to overlook Mallard Creek. Like you said, knowing G, he don't bring that up. He's gonna find something to bring up. And last time they played him, they took him out the playoffs. He's going to bring that up.
He's got the previous newspaper clippings and social media bull crap that kids say. That's posted all over. He's been talking about that all week. I can promise you that.
Yeah, that team's focused. So, yeah, I get it that everybody, us being football fans, we know what game we want to see. We know we want to see that in the game before the state, but I think both of them teams they worry about their who they're facing right now.
That being said, Mallard Creek is on the uprise. Mallard Creek.
Yeah, Creek. Like I said, Creek is. I don't think what you said was offensive. Like that, they're not offensive. Like you said, it just that defense is playing.
They're fast, buddy.
They're playing and. They're physical. They're physical up front. So, like I said, if that offense could match that defense intensity, then yeah.
They need big defensive stops and turnovers, and they're going to.
I agree with that statement right there. They are a young team, and
to hold it close.
They're a young team, but like I said, they click at the right moment. I like watching them play like that. Them playing Ashford, that was a very good game.
I mean, that's some good stuff right there, guys. So Markel Riley says Huff by about 30.
Might be.
Fred says Creek can play absolutely perfect. Huff by 21. So, there you go. All right, let's go to the next game. Glenn at East Forsyth. East Forsyth at Glenn. As I said earlier, this game is already sold out. There's going to be several thousand people over at Glenn. The famous Zay Flicks will be at this game. I'm sure those highlights will be crazy, as he always does a good job. These two teams have hooked up previously earlier in the season. Let me look up and see how that game went.
I was about to say, who won that game?
I'll tell you in just a second. But when you play a team twice, and Kenneth, I'll go to you first. What are you really focusing on if you were the team that lost the game?
Well, if you're the team that lost the game, it's different than when you're the team that won the game. When you lost the game, obviously you're trying to figure out what did we not do well the first game and where have we improved and how have we changed as an offense, as a defense. What have we tweaked? Have we found our identity now? I think it's tougher to play a second matchup after a win because after you win, you change less. You don't notice quite as much. You let some things kind of get swept under the rug that you wouldn't normally get swept under the rug. So I always believe that the second time you play in a season, the team who lost the first game has the advantage because they have been more critical of themselves, more self-reflective, and they've tweaked themselves a little bit more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's hard when you play a second time when you won the first game because, like you said, you kind of, especially you won big. I don't know if they won big. If you won big in Kendrick, it's like that. He's telling you the truth. Like you don't try to keep your kids focused on the mission, but it's hard when you play that team the first time and you won big, so they might come out flat. But if you're the loser, you have something to improve. You felt like, especially if it was a close game or they blew you out, you don't be like, I'm going to prove that, hey, that was a fluke. So they don't come out there and play a little harder. You know what I'm saying? So I don't been a part of that game. Yeah, it was not very good when I played. I mean, when I was at Providence, we played my part for the second time. And boy, it was ugly like the first time. But our boys played a lot harder that second time around because they wanted to prove a point.
Well, the thing is, this first matchup was triple overtime. East Forsyth won 44-38. So, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, there was a combined 37 points scored in the fourth quarter. And
what week was that?
This was, let me go back.
Was it early?
I think it was like middle of the season.
Well, you got a classy on the way.
Yeah, it's about week 7 or 8. Yeah.
You got a classy on the way. But, like I said, like, Glenn playing good football. Like, they beat Providence. Yeah, everybody was a little skeptical how they beat Providence, how they slid by Providence. But that comeback they did against Morris Park, I was very impressed because Morris Park got firepower. And so, East Forsyth playing good ball. I don't know. I like East Forsyth, but if they win triple overtime, then hey, yeah, it's gonna be a back in blood kind of game right there.
Well, looking at the stats from the first matchup, the dynamic quarterback for East Forsyth threw for 113 and ran for 143. Threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for 2 touchdowns.
Is that Max Preps?
Yeah, I mean these look accurate though. They don't look crazy. I mean, I'm just saying. So
I like that.
Yeah, the quarterback Coleman for Glenn, had a huge game last week, passed for over 400 plus yards, multiple touchdown passes. Of course, when you're putting up those kind of numbers against Myers Park, you played a really good game.
Weren't they down by 14 though?
They were down by 3 touchdowns in the second half and came back and won.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah, when you start having those kind of things happen, you start feeling like it's a special season.
That's dangerous. Hey, Glenn, dangerous now. You can't back down 3 scores and win the game. You dangerous.
Yeah.
In the third, it was late third quarter too, when they started to come back.
It was weird because Myers Park was still scoring, but I mean, I know they got a big turnover. They forced the interception, and then that's when they got the ball and they scored on that final drive to win the game. So, I mean, Myers Park was still scoring, but they were just trading punches, and then they finally got a stop and a turnover. Yeah. But I mean, that atmosphere is going to be crazy. Two well-coached teams, Coach Willard and Coach Stevenson, up in the triad. They're going to try to. The winner of that game is going to try to come down and break up our little party down here in the 704. So it's going to be a heck of a football game for sure.
704 versus everybody, baby.
All right, then we got Weddington Cuthbertson in a Union County showdown. This is once again, we got a theme here of games that have been played already. Let's pull up the previous results from that game here.
Then I think Weddington won. Weddington did win that game, but I think it was close, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Because Cuthbertson played a bunch of close games this year.
They did match up in around, week 9, and then Weddington won 28-13. So, 2 touchdown score, decent. But yeah, I mean that's not a blowout. So, I expect to see a good football game here.
I like Cuthbertson, man. I think he got it rolling. He got it clicking. This is second year, right?
I think it's his third. I think.
Because he had him before the COVID year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's third year.
Yeah, at halftime in that first game, it was 14-13 Weddington. So, I mean, they can play with them. They can definitely play with them. Second half, Weddington, shut them out 14-0. But two good football teams, man. Keenan Jackson had a big game at receiver. Had 173 yards and a touchdown first game. So, there you go. But like I said earlier, Weddington's offense, Grady Brosterhouse at quarterback is really playing well. Landon Backey, I know Queen, he had a big touchdown catch last week. And then Kyle Parsons at running back, had another, strong game there. So, their best players are playing, well at the best time of the season. So, no surprise, another Weddington run deep in the playoffs, kind of shaking off what they had previously last year when they got knocked out a little earlier. Fred chiming in here. Cuthbertson has one of the tougher schedules around there, battle-tested. You like Cuthbertson to win this time. Okay. All right. I hear you, Fred. Good stuff. All right, well, let's jump to our next game. We got Chambers and Porter Ridge. So, of course, we talked to Chambers after their win over Hickory Ridge. We talked to Coach Ferb. We talked with Coach Cannon, defensive coordinator. Yep, doing a really good job. And then we talked with Hollywood, and we talked with Kevin Concepcion, the receiver, who had an awesome game. Like you were talking about earlier, Illustrious, you can't take Porter Ridge lightly. In talking to Coach Cannon, he already knew about Porter Ridge and the triple option, and he was, he already said after the game that's what they were going to have to stop in order to have success this week. I think Chambers on offense, they found a way to make some plays in the air. Bubba Camp had a couple of nice passes. The one right before halftime was big to tie the game up. I really feel like that gave Chambers the momentum to take the game over in the third quarter. I think if Hickory Ridge goes into that game with a halftime lead, it might be a little bit of a different feeling, coming out of the locker room.
Kel is funny.
Oh, it's a comment.
Yeah. No, I agree. But the one thing about Chambers, the one thing they got to change, they did it last year. They got to stop waiting to the second half to start playing. It's like it just takes them time to get that engine going. But I don't think they're not going to overlook Porter Ridge. You know, like I talk to Big Cannon, and I talk to Q all the time, Coach Q all the time. That's my guy, and he's not looking past. They really focus. They respect the team. I love what Porter Ridge do, man. That triple option and how they do it. You know, they go out to two backs. They'll come out there in the gun. They'll go. They're dynamic and they're a physical team. They don't smack you in the mouth. It's just. I think this is gonna be a better game than what people think it's gonna be. You get what I'm saying? Because Grimsley's a very physical team. Chambers is too. So this is a very equivalent, good matchup in my eyes. You know, it's just hard defending triple option, but you know, you gotta follow them. You gotta put something on them guards. You gotta figure out what you're gonna do up front. You gotta play.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the key right there because, as you said, Chambers' defense, they are fast. Mm-hmm. So you know, when you see that as Porter Ridge, you want to try to get that inside. You know,
there's gonna be a lot of dive. They don't probably work the dive more than they work the pitch this week. That's what I think. Yep. I think you don't see a lot of dive. You don't see a lot of counter power. If that's what I think, but I think they still don't try. You know, they don't try to do their stuff. You know, you might see some of that jet sweep stuff and all that, but this is gonna be a really good game for them. But hopefully their alignment. It's all about alignment. When you play them, it's all about alignment because they run triple option different than the traditional way. So you gotta make sure your alignment's right.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to say is Chambers secondary. Those guys, you know, they play some lockdown coverage now, so that's gonna help. You know, you can put more resources towards stopping that run game if you can trust your guys on the outside, and those guys, you know, do a really good job.
Well, the thing about Chambers, they got a secret weapon, that middle linebacker, Jordan. If I'm not mistaken, is it Thompson? Whoever is that. You know
number 4. Yeah.
Yes. That I think that was the smartest thing they did. It's almost like the year when they moved Larry from corner to safety. Moving Jordan right there in that middle, man, he's gonna be able to blow that box up. It's not really many teams in the state of North Carolina that play a 5-man box. And I think that's one thing about Chambers. They can actually, because they got a middle linebacker who can move and make that play. But it's gonna be a good game. Yep. I think you're gonna see some 4-man front. I think you're gonna see some 5-man front. You know, I don't know. You know, like I said, I used to go over there a lot, but I'm trying to, you know, stay and let people do what they gotta do. But I think that's what I would do. That would be my game plan, like when we played Catholic. But like I said, Porter Ridge is really good at what they do, and I don't think Chambers is overlooking the game.
Oh no, they were really locked in. Like I think a lot of people think that coach staff locked in. Like I talked to Q about maybe once this week. Usually I talk to him 3 or 4 times. All right, so 3A previews, South Point, Forest View. This game has happened before. We talked about it earlier. The game went into overtime. South Point was able to pull it out in overtime. Like I said, the theme continues with these rematches. Second time around, obviously South Point, the ability to stop the run game and basically stop Tyson Riley is what we're talking about here. You know, he's just been ridiculous this year on the dive game. And they will give him the ball on the outside a little bit in the pitch and, you know, things of that nature in their offense. And then Forest View, like Joe always talks about, the counter to it, can they score enough, you know, to get the victory here? These teams knowing each other so well, in the game, you know, going into overtime the first time, I almost expect a lower scoring game, you know, this time around, because we know Forest View is not necessarily a high scoring team, even though in the first round they put 36 on Irwin. See, last week it was a close game, 2017 with Parkwood. Then South Point, defensively, you know, their Achilles heel is the pass, but can Forest View throw the ball and take advantage of, you know, what their Achilles heel is, you know, the question here. So I think we're going to have another really, really classic football game here. And Joe coming in with a good point. Forest View held Riley to 79 yards, a season low.
You know, I get tired of Joe sitting here being the sideline reporter. He don't come on this show and come help us out. He know all the damn facts. Oh, chicken eating. You know what? He don't come up because he don't got no turnernets. All the turnernets dirty.
Well, Joe, we'll let Joe speak for that.
It's gonna be something petty.
So Joe also saying South Point had 107 total. Wow, that's 107 total yards. Man. Christian Williams had a big game for Forest View, 13 tackles the first time around. So
Great, that's gonna be a good game right there, boy.
Yeah, that's gonna be really, really strong defensive football. Should be a huge crowd. I mean, hopefully the Forest View contingent will travel down 74 a little bit to check it out.
That'd be a big game, man. It'll probably be a lot of fans there too. It's a rematch. And they're only probably about 15 minutes apart. So
yeah, I think Joe, you're going to this game, right? I think that's what he told us.
Might turn the neck and everything. You might put the cashmere one on and the smoker jacket. Woo.
It's gonna be cold, man. You gotta wear the warm stuff.
That's why Coach Bill's gonna be at the games right now. Me and 3-0, we be at home watching.
Did you get your new hoodie?
We'll talk about that later, man. Me and what's the car got beef.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Drama.
I don't even want to know.
Nah, I ain't gonna get it.
I don't know why he took it. By the way, everyone else's was in there. I don't know.
Hey, he took mine. Yeah, because he wanted.
Yes, he took yours.
You want to know why? Because Justin, he's like my little brother. He wants to see me. He haven't seen me, and he's like literally up the street from my house, and I don't go up there.
Lord. Anyway, North. Well, you want to talk about North Davidson and Crest?
I know Crest last week. I think West Rowan tried to disrespect Crest a little bit, coming on the logo. Man, that's one thing you don't want to do with Crest is fire them up even more. They expect to be here. They normally be here. It's gonna be a good game, man. North Davidson, I have to stop the run of Crest. Maury Adams is a great running back for Crest, man. They have a great quarterback in Tater Husky, great wide receiver in Jabari Green, man. The defense is playing good with the absence of their D-Line and Eli Hall. North Davidson got to travel a little bit. Nice little ride down to Bowling Springs. So, Crest this time of year, man, Crest is always here, man. If Crest plays Crest football, I feel like they'll come out on top. Them just being fast and physical and dominant from the jump. And it should be a good game, but you have to stop Crest's run in order to beat them.
Well said. I like it, man.
Good job.
Dudley and Kings Mountain.
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about E1. They make videos and stuff. They bully, boy.
I'll say just from knowing guys, just from knowing guys that played at Dudley, some of our college teammates, just knowing guys from Greensboro, man. Dudley expects to be here as well, man. They started out pretty good. They started out pretty good last year in the spring, and they ended up getting beat, but they won state championships a lot too, man. It's a good program, good team. I feel like they're on a mission. As you can tell by their scores, they're on a mission to put up how many points they want to, and they don't really care about who's in front of them. They're just gonna play their game.
Judging for the comments that we've been seeing, that's gonna be a really good game.
But Keys Mountain gonna come in and try to do what they do. They still have.
Wait. Team Mountain, you don't like Kings Mountain. That's your rival. You're not gonna say nothing nice about it.
Keys Mountain's gonna come in and try to execute their game plan. Them being on the road, they're not scared of big games because they're from Cleveland County. So
look at this guy.
Man, one of these games, man. So one thing I can't say, man. Even though, like Billups said, I really don't like Keys Mountain, but one thing I can say that we all have in common: we play football in Cleveland County, man. Like my guy Kenneth always says, football is also played outside of Charlotte and other places. And Cleveland County football does.
So what you trying to say?
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. We had Cleveland County football
Do you
team-
think Charlotte football people don't respect other people county?
They definitely do not, but we will not go into that.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's not true.
Pep, you cannot speak. One man cannot speak for the majority of Mecklenburg County.
Well, who's disrespecting other counties in Charlotte?
I respect Cleveland County.
I'm
That's
just
true.
saying, Kenneth
That's
wouldn't
true.
make a comment.
Where? How many Charlotte people have gone to watch y'all play football this year?
None. And I will say, people always talk about. I will say this: people always talk about the 4A, 2A, 3A. We've had Cleveland County teams that were 4A and they won state titles while they were 4A. So you can't always just throw we Charlotte, we this and that because we pride. We pride.
I ain't going to Shelby because there ain't nothing in Shelby. I'm from the city. I don't want to go all the way out there.
That's fine, man. To each his own, man. But I'm just saying that when Cleveland County teams lose, it's a good chance they losing to a team in the regular season that's from our county. That's all I'm saying.
God, dog. I'm gonna call some people in Charlotte. We don't make a 2A team. We don't go play, y'all.
But like Kenneth said, man, they play football outside of Mecklenburg County, man. So that's all I'm saying.
We respect people. We just like to talk, man.
I don't know who's disrespecting y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Pep, you know, it's a fake facade. Everybody from out of town like to make that. We
I know.
Here.
I know.
You have to just
We're
see the
supposed
post,
to think that. We're from
You have to see the
Charlotte.
post. You have to see the post, man. I mean, rightfully so. You supposed to represent yourself. We're gonna
Now
represent
I see the post in the little group or whatever, but I mean that's not real. I mean everybody's
that
just
ain't
joking
real at all.
around. Yeah.
You never know.
It's just jokes.
That's
We love
those
y'all.
coaches
Hey,
and stuff.
Hey, we
That's
love.
yours
Hey,
from the
hey,
corner
Big Shell.
store.
We glad y'all winning, man. Shout out to Cleveland County, man. From Coach Bill, man, with love.
With love.
Well.
Hold on.
Got it.
Hold on.
From us city folks to y'all country folks.
Oh Jesus! All right. You know what? Let's we did the 2A previews already, so let's go to predictions. All
Wow,
right.
you just gonna skip over. Wow. All right.
We already
Man,
talked
man,
about it.
Hey, Pep, go ahead and do it. This is
Nah,
why people
hey, nah,
say
you
Charlotte-
could've-
Charlotte-
I'm not trying to have another situation here with a live coach talking about the opponent.
I'm just
We're not doing
Hey,
that
also,
on
let's
this
feel good
show.
about everybody that we talk
We don't do that on this show. All right.
Oh,
You might get cut on this show.
you're saying other shows would do that. That's right.
Other shows, are
Guys,
doing-
we
doing
gotta
out.
stop being petty
I'm
right.
just-
Right.
I'm just
Tonight is
saying.
not the night. Tonight is not the night. Let's go. Move on. You like
I'm
that Betty Wright?
trying.
You like that Betty Wright, Reverend Sheree? You like that one, the Petty Wright with the tonight? Ooh, boy, I'm getting good, boy. Y'all missed the energy. That what happened when Cam come home. But Kenny, you petty for that too, man. Come on, man. You know we good. You glad to see one back. That felt good, man. I was happy for y'all.
I'm gonna give everybody a chance to talk about that here in a minute. But predictions
That was
first.
really good.
Oh, we got a
Sheree
comment. Hold on.
This is true. This is true.
Oh man.
True. You know, I got my reactions and everything. What happened? I've been playing Fallout, Joe, and I wanted to reenact it. I wanted to live it. You know, when they heard that I was coming back, I didn't want none of the subs to come hit me and my kids. So we in the bunker. We in the doomsday bunker. Chill.
All right, here we go. Forest View at South Point. I'm going to take Forest View in this one. Professor.
South Point.
Producer.
South Point.
Big Shelby.
South Point.
He better be petty.
Illustrious.
I like South Point in this.
Queen.
I'm actually gonna take South Point in this one.
Well, screw all y'all. Next
Where's the
game.
Again? Where's the game at again?
What's that?
Where's the game at again?
It's at South Point.
Don't stop, Webb. Webb, stop. He don't got no comment. Let's go. Next game. Stop. We doing good. Right. What?
East Forsyth at Glenn. I'm going to take East Forsyth. Professor.
Give me Glenn.
Producer.
East Forsyth.
Big Shelby.
Give me Glenn.
Illustrious.
Isn't what's called cousin on that team for East Forsyth?
I believe so.
I'm going Glenn because he left us hanging.
Whose cousin?
We don't know.
That's a post-show talk. Post-show talk. Queen.
I'm gonna go East Forsyth.
It beat Brady. You know what I'm talking about.
Post-show talk.
All love talk.
God almighty.
That's why Kim started laughing.
Private school championships this week.
I already know who I'm going with.
Rabun Gap at Providence Day. I'm going to take Providence Day. Professor.
Ravens Gap.
What?
There's no S. It's only Rabun.
If everybody can say Cox Mills,
Oh, no, they don't. We say Cox Mills. That's some country folks saying Cox Mills.
Producer.
No disrespect to Providence Day, but I don't think Raven Gap's gonna come up here and lose. So Raven Gap.
What?
All right, Big Shelby.
I have no dog in the fight, man. I go. Where Raven Gap? Where they from?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you serious?
Oh yeah, for Georgia.
Georgia. They play
Oh, yeah.
in the
Oh,
conference
yeah.
in North Carolina.
That's
They're the North Carolina State champions. What you mean? I'm Georgia.
Yeah, ain't no way they're gonna travel this far and lose. I hope not. So I'll take Raven Gap.
Illustrious.
You know I'm going with Providence Day because they got two line bloods on that team. They got my boy Tony Harris and they got Steve Ship's son over there. So we going with their Providence Day. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's
Queen.
go Providence Day. Go ahead. You an Independence fan. Go ahead and say Raven Gap.
Who is the Providence Day mascot?
The Charger.
Let's go. Good try.
Who, Queen?
Pick.
Oh, nothing. I don't know.
What you mean? Now you gotta pick somebody.
So a Georgia team is playing in the North Carolina Public School State
This is Providence Day.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear
Yeah,
you. My bad.
they literally play.
That's what happened. She all got a little hair done on her little birthday. She thinks she doing something and stuff. Man, Lord Jesus, come on, next game, boy. Got a little hair done. She acting brand new. We call her like that.
All right, D2
long
championship. Cabarrus Warriors at Harold's Christian. I'm going to take the Cabarrus Warriors.
Who you got, Kim?
Professor.
I'm going with the Warriors on this one. I thought they played well enough to win the first time. I'm going to stick with the hometown boys. The only team in Cabarrus County still playing football.
Oh, Lord.
There you go. I forgot you were at that game. Yeah, you got some knowledge here.
That was a good game.
Yeah. Producer.
I'm gonna go Cabarrus Warriors.
All right, Big Shelby.
Going Cabarrus Warriors because my guy Kenneth.
All right, Illustrious.
I'm going with the Warriors of Cabarrus.
All right, Queen.
She froze. Look at her. You see that look on her face?
I'm going Warriors.
Clean sweep. Coach Bolton, you got to go get it done, baby. We believe in you. You got to go down to that little 500-person town in Harrold's, North Carolina, and bring home that championship, man.
And Tyler Green,
Let's
we
go.
trust.
There you go. All right, our final game we're predicting. Washington football team at your Carolina Panthers. Let's go.
The last game you predicted? Come on, man.
What? What is the problem, Big Shelby? What is the problem?
I thought we predicted all the games.
Well,
No,
I
we
did
don't
say
need-
that.
No, we do not need to predict one game. Keep going because I know what he's going to do, and we're not going to set him up. He been doing good. Bishop, what's your head coach name?
I'm not predicting our
Bishop,
game.
what's your head coach name?
It doesn't matter, man.
Well, whoever the coach of the goal line, he is doing a great job. And I know you had that conversation. You brought him to the conference room, and you just looked at him. You pierced through his soul, and you said, "You better not say a darn thing."
Predicting all the games we're talking about. And he throws out 2 private school games.
Let's go.
That is accurate. That is accurate. Anyway,
I'm going with the Panthers, man.
I go to line.
You picking the Panthers? What?
I'm going with the Panthers because they brought Cam home. They brought Cam home. I respect that. I like Cam. Let's go Panthers.
All right. All right, Professor.
The Panthers by 21.
God, I just want you to know he did not like that y'all picked him up because he went on a whole rampage and called him a geriatric. He called Cam Newton a geriatric, and I was laughing so hard. I saw his tweet, and I was the only person who covered. I started laughing. I said, kill him, petty boy. He is petty.
Producer.
Home team Panthers.
Big Shelby.
I'm going with the Panthers, man, all the way.
I can really tell you believe that.
Man, play a little ragged game up there so you pick.
I ain't going with the Panthers.
Hold up, I got y'all. Hold up, guys. I'm sorry we gotta go off court. Adam, who you got? East Gaston versus Shell. Who you got? Who you got? Go ahead. Who you got? Hold on, no. East Gaston. Change a little. Give me the border right quick. Adam West. Did Adam Webb pick right here? Adam. I know it's a big game, man. I know East Gaston. They did all this running on. Who do you got? East Gaston versus Big Shelby. Who do you got? Go ahead.
I am going with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Those guys in the playoffs that did it right. They're trying to save the season by bringing Cam back.
Okay, that was good. Now we're on Cleveland County Football Insider right now. Who do you got? East Gaston versus Big Shelby. We're all waiting. Kenneth want to know. Kenneth, who we got? Who you think he going with, Kenneth?
You know what? I'm going to speak on behalf of Coach Webb.
Go ahead.
Statement. He wants me to read it. He said East Gaston is a very well-coached football team. They have a lot of players who play extremely hard. Their running back is extremely tough to bring down, extremely physical at the point of contact. And the Shelby Golden Lions are going to have to play extremely well to come out of this game victorious.
Or the Shelby Golden Lions don't sit anybody because we've been hearing for the past 2 weeks they've been playing a lot of young guys. So do they take this team a little bit more tougher, Mr.
The Shelby Golden Lions will need to be at full strength this week and play extremely well to be successful in this second game versus the East Gaston Warriors.
Okay, that's good. So liver mush sandwich at the game, right? Oh,
liver mush with mustard because that's the only way to eat it.
Okay, all right. Good job.
I will not be eating that.
You have to come get a liver mush. It's the best in the city, man.
You don't eat liver mush?
No, I do, but I'm not gonna eat it at a Friday. That's a breakfast food.
No, that's a Friday night. Boy, it's gonna be cold.
Shelby,
boy, you get that liver mush sandwich in your boy.
Sometimes I wake up like 2 a.m. and I'm just like, I'm gonna make some liver mush. And I make some liver mush.
Pep, you better go in there and eat, boy. That Southern Georgia come out right there. That old Athens, Georgia come out right there, boy. I'm gonna have me a liver mush sandwich. Put a little mayo on it.
Not on Friday night.
Yes, I will.
Liver mush was invented in Shelby.
It was by the Mush family.
Y'all sell that at the concession stand, Big Shelby?
Yes. You didn't see my tweet?
No.
Playoff football is Shelby High, man. Black lines, liver mush sandwiches in the concession stands, man. It's playoff football is Shelby High. But
how much is it?
I'm a coach. I don't know.
For you, free. There you go. Flex. He got a headset this year. Hey, Pep. Can I just say y'all have not noticed that he got promotion. Last year he was just a clipboard guy, D-line coach. He has a headset now. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm proud of you, Webb. Good job.
Well, I will say we do have to play extremely well to beat.
He went from doing detergent to being the clipboard guy. I see you. Look at it. Got an old headset. Good job.
But we do have to play extremely well in order to be Gaston. And we are.
Hey, don't say no more. Kenneth did a good job talking.
We are finally back at 100% healthy, man. So it's gonna be great to see our guys go out there and play together again.
All right, cool deal, man. I do got to say, what's up, the big Will Hart, big road grading lineman from Port Ridge, checking out the show. Appreciate your support, man.
Violation comment on the show.
What is a violation?
High school players comment on the show.
Stop.
They do that all the time.
I know, man.
I ain't
What's
know,
wrong with you
man.
today? You need a little bit more sandwich. You ain't yourself.
That's what Pep gonna get that lemon sandwich and you know.
All right.
I got
But you gonna hook it up for
Did,
him.
did everybody pick? Did everybody pick this?
everybody
We
picking
already know who
everybody picking the Panthers.
No,
Queen, did you go ahead? Queen, pick.
I sure didn't. You know who I'm picking?
Yep.
Those guys. Those guys.
What is that?
It's in my skin. It's in my
Hold
blood.
on.
What is
Show-
that?
show-
Jaguar?
Show it again. Show it again. Hold on.
No. Huh? What
What's
That kitty cat.
I'm trying to show the audience. Oh
Well, at least
man!
Well, at least that ain't no jailhouse cat too, because it was. I've been laughing
All
at you.
right.
And that thing looked like that one picture they drew of that pen. I've been crying. I said, don't you show that.
The one Sam Darnold drew?
That thing in the trash now, by the way. God,
Wow.
buddy. All right. Well, it's been an interesting show, full of great comments, and very interesting topics. But now we have reached. Oh no, we haven't. My bad. Hold on. I said I wasn't gonna forget. I'm gonna
almost
take
did.
5.
You
I almost
really
did. I
close to
caught
it.
myself, and I'm glad I did because I got to take a couple minutes to talk about the Queen City Senior Bowl. So first of all, I want to explain the process, and I'm gonna go solo.
Man, you don't gotta explain this process. Lord
Well,
Jesus. Oh, my
well,
goodness.
yes, I do, because everyone has to understand. Number one, I don't make the decisions, and I know that we promote a lot of stuff out, and I put a lot of stuff out there, but this process is a committee group process in selecting the players. We got input from media people all around the area that submitted players that they felt were worthy of the Queen City Senior Bowl designation. And then when you have so many eligible schools in one concentrated area, there are a lot of great players on good teams, on playoff teams that are good enough to be in the game. I mean, we have over 270 people apply, and that's another part of it. You have to apply to be considered, because we just don't want to name kids and make them play in something that they don't really want to be in. So number one is you have to apply to be considered in the process to be selected in the game. And then you have so many schools in the area, and you want to have good representation from all the counties that are involved now. So you have Cleveland, you have Gaston, you have Union, you have Cabarrus, and of course you have Mecklenburg. And then among that, you also have public schools and you have private schools. And we try to represent everybody. And there are some people that are not household names, but they are very good football players, and they deserve to be considered among some of the household names that you grow to love and know throughout the years. And it's a very difficult process when you're weighing so many different factors. It's not about simply who is the best player, because all these players are really good. The separation between a good player and an all-conference player is not that large, and then you look at the factor of character comes into it, and then quite simply, like I said before, representation is a big part of it. You can probably take for example, in the first year, we had all Charlotte or Mecklenburg County schools for 80 players. And, to be honest, it was pretty easy putting that team together the first year, because with 80 spots and you're only picking from maybe 25 schools, not too hard. But you add 4 whole counties and, 60-something plus schools into that, then it becomes a very arduous process. So, I've gotten a lot of messages from people, asking, why didn't they get selected, or why wasn't I considered? Number one, you had to apply. And then number two, quite simply, it just got down to representation, talent, and a numbers game. I mean, like Illustrious was saying earlier, when you sit down and you have all these names in front of you, you look at all this film, and it's like trying to put a puzzle together. And you only have a certain number of people at certain positions. Like we only have 6 offensive linemen on each team, for example. And then you split that up into East and West, and then your eligible schools in the East and your eligible schools in the West, and you start going down a rabbit hole to where it's impossible, to make everybody happy. So I felt like I wanted to come on here and explain the process a little bit because I really believe this year, we got the best representation across the board that was really possible. Now, you've seen some people get added to the game. There are some players that have elected not to play either due to injury, due to early graduation. Those are the primary 2 factors we've run into. So as spots open up, we go to a list of alternates, and then we go to our committee, and we talk through the options, and then a selection is made, and then that player is contacted. And if they want to play in the game, then it's great. Some kids don't want to play in the game. I mean, quite simply. And you're going to see that with not only the Queen City Senior Bowl, but some of the other games that have been announced out here, because they've got bigger aspirations. They don't want to get hurt, going on to the next level, playing college ball and all that. And, we respect that. So I just wanted to put a little transparency, on the process, because I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of, why didn't, this player make it, or why did this player make it and this one not, and, stats and all those things. And, quite simply, that's the criteria it comes down to, guys. No, Joe, it's not. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault, man. And Karen, appreciate that. Appreciate it. The kids that get selected, a number of them came out to the kickoff that was at Metro School this past Saturday. It was great to meet, all those kids in person. Really talented young men, really respectful young men. You'll see some content coming out from that kickoff over the next couple of weeks as we ramp up to the game on Saturday, December 18th at 1 p.m. at Olympic High School. You can go on QueenCitySeniorBowl.com and get your tickets now. It's a great cause. We make a big donation to Metro School every year. The Metro School staff was there for the kickoff to meet some of the kids and their administration, which was great. They're big supporters of what we're doing. So I just want to take a couple minutes and talk about that real quick. Okay. Now, that being said, it is that time. And it wasn't the same last week. But now our regular host is back. And I know he's going to bring the juice and the energy for Slime Time!
Yo, Pep, it's here. It's the real reason why people watch this show, because they want to find out who is being slimed on Wednesday nights after 9 p.m. And you know what? Because I know he's got a big game to prepare for this week, we're going to start with my man, Coach Webb. Who are you sliming on this week?
Man, I am sliming all the people who try to write Cam Newton off, man. Whoever was involved with letting go of Cam Newton need to be slimed there, man. Whoever said Cam was done just need to be slimed, man. I'm happy for Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers to have something to cheer for again.
There it is. You heard it first. Next on the list, we're going to go to the CFI producer, Brandon. Who are you sliming on tonight?
I'm gonna, continue with the Panther theme. I'm gonna slime all of the many Panther haters out there. They know who they are, and at least for for 1 week, for one Sunday, while they were beating down the Cardinals, Panther haters at least had to be quiet, at least for 1 week. I'm not making it more than what it is, but it was quite enjoyable. So all those Panther haters just thought the Panthers were just dead and gone. It was just nice for them to, but at least for 1 week, to have to be quiet. Panther haters, slime them all.
I agree with that one wholeheartedly. The illustrious Coach Billups. He's sliming on tonight.
He ain't here.
That's par for the course right there, Coach Billups. Par for the flipping course. The Queen. Who are you slamming on, Your Majesty?
Well, it's funny because I was like, dang, he's not going to continue with the Panther theme. It would have been so cool, but here I am. So continuing with the Panther theme, I'm actually going to slime David Tepper because when they showed him in the booth during that Arizona game, beating up on the Cardinals, everything's lovely. And they show his face and he looks just unfazed. And, I'm just like, dang, man. I mean, you look like somebody that ain't gave Cam not an apology, not a nothing. So he keeps slime. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to, at least a crack of a smile, not even a crack of a smile. So I'm sliming David Tepper.
There it is. And then Pep Man. They did show David Tepper cleaning out his teeth at one point. I thought that was entertaining. Pep, who you sliming on tonight?
Well, number one, I'm glad to have you back, Kenneth. Slime time's not the same without you. This week, there's I've got a couple options brewing in my head right here. I was going to slime a certain, well, anyway, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to slime the supply chain, man. What is going on? I mean, we got enough problems as it is trying to get out of COVID and, get our lives back in order, trying to get people back to work. But now we got a big supply chain issue to where we can't get stuff in to get stuff done. I mean, it's crazy. I don't even know if there's going to be a Christmas this year because nobody can't get anything. And, that's going to be a problem, around, some families' houses and things like that. I'm not buying anything myself, but I'm just saying we got to get this stuff right because, I'm starting to get worried because everything's going up. Gas prices going up. Food prices going up. You're paying incredible prices for chicken wings, and we got to get this stuff in order, man, because it's going to be a problem if we don't get this stuff under control. So I'm slamming the supply chain, man. We got to get this stuff rolling, man. Let's make sure that we can, try to get life back in order, and hopefully in 2022. Because good grief, enough is enough.
Hey, hello, man.
Hey.
So my family walked in. They've been gone doing epic Christmas shopping, which is going to lead to my slime. But my family just walked in just in time for my 8-year-old boy Knox to hear Patman say, "I don't even know there's going to be a Christmas this year."
I'm sorry, Knox. Santa's still coming, Knox. It's still coming. I promise.
Oh, I'm gonna do who I'm sliming, Pep. I'm sliming the white women of social media and Facebook. Now, we already know I've got several rules of life that I live by. And rule number 1 is don't trust white women because they're crazy. My wife, who we just saw Grace in the background, does not have social media. She doesn't have a Facebook. She does have a MySpace page, but I don't think she's logged in since about 2003. But she has none of that social media. But sometimes she jumps on my account, and this is what she sees. Other white women on my Facebook page taking pictures of their flipping house being decorated for Christmas. So guess what my wife did last weekend? Me and the boys and an old neighbor, we go up to Cullowhee to watch the Western Carolina Catamounts play against the East Tennessee State Buccaneers. I get home after a 14-hour day, and my house, you can see it in the background, is decorated in Christmas. It was like November the 14th. I said, what is this? She said, I decorated. I said, you did what? It's not even Thanksgiving Day yet. What are you doing? It's still freaking November. And the next day, Saturday morning, she woke me up and she said, babe, I still have some boxes of Christmas stuff up in the attic. I need you to get down. And I said, no, hold up. This is a deal breaker. When we got married, we made one pact and one pact only. And it was, we will not decorate our house for Christmas before Thanksgiving. And she done broke that pact. I blame COVID. I blame the Hallmark Channel. I blame white women on social media, Facebook. Get out of here, Christmas. We don't want you in Thanksgiving. I want to eat my turkey and my macaroni and cheese first before I have to worry about Christmas decorations. I slime my wife.
Good night, everybody.